Yep, we're on. Hello.
Hi.
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 What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Planet Destiny podcast, episode 126. We are so close. It's the one where we're just a few days away from the Destiny 2. Oh, God, did I forget to stop using my real voice?
You forgot to put on the black link filter.
Oh, God, I hated that so much. I hated everything about that.
Everyone just heard you for your true self. I
mean, welcome to the Planet Destiny podcast.
I'd say we could start recording again, but we're live, so
secret's out. It's on the internet. Internet's forever.
Yep.
Yo, guys, what's up, man?
Yeah.
What's up, boys?
What's up, boys?
We got 2 days till the Destiny. Beta boys. 2 days.
We are.
It's not even 2
days.
All right, so we're all excited for the beta. End of podcast.
That's it. Yes, that's all we got.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's 5:30 a.m. Monday, the 17th of July for me. So I've got beta tomorrow.
Yeah. You're in the future. It's weird.
Wow.
We're still on Sunday.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
We're not mad.
We are going to be reaching so deep into our own butts to pull out topics of conversation for this podcast. It's unreal.
Anybody watch that new Game of Thrones? That's
no.
We
can't watch it. HBO Nordic won't release it until tonight. So
what?
Garbage.
Yeah, I can't actually watch it. I have a HBO subscription. I pay €9 a month. I can't watch it until tonight.
I watched some Silicon Valley today, so I'm just catching up on my HBO shows.
That's it. Oh, you also just bought HBO in preparation for a Game of Thrones.
No, I just finally figured out I can just use my parents' account for HBO Go on my new tablet. So.
Nice. I just caught up on Silicon Valley as well. So good show. Good taste. There it is, everybody.
There's still porn on there.
Oh god! Oh, we're so deep.
Whoa!
We have to go deeper.
I can't handle
dividing by
this.
0.
Guys, before we talk about Destiny on the Planet Destiny podcast, I just have to show off to our Twitch viewers this awesome toy I got when I went to Medieval Times. Check this out.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, jeez.
That's a disco saber. That's like...
It's the disco saber.
That is the disco stick that I was asked to take a ride on for years. I believe that's what the song was about, right?
Hey, Mega.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you the tragedy of Darth Bones the Handsome? So desperate for podcast content was he.
Oh, and he's gone.
He doesn't accept prequel. He does not accept those prequel names.
What?
He's back.
Oh, hey, look, I'm back. What happened? I don't know.
It's not a story the other podcasters will tell you. But yeah, this was all worth my girlfriend's money.
I'm actually really jealous that you got to go to Medieval Times. I've always wanted to go.
It was the time of my life. I honestly did not think it would be as fun. I thought like maybe I'll go laugh and like I'll be the ironic dude. Like it's so dumb. And I just only had a great time. It was literally the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I like to imagine it was exactly like the movie Cable Guy, and you got into a real like sword fight down in the pit.
It was actually more like me and like some 10-year-olds. Like our night one and our section was just like, it's not like people were like, haha, yay. It was like people were just like, yes!
People get really into it.
Everyone was like losing their minds. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Everyone was way too hyped.
Beautiful.
But yeah, I got this now, so that's cool.
Did you drink mead? Did you drink plenty mead? Oh, look at that.
The bartender gave me... the bartender was just like too like frazzled and confused and was like very nice but not really listening, so she accidentally like poured me a double whiskey and then was just like, oh sorry, you didn't order that, but I'll just give it to you for as a single. And I was like, fine, I'll drink it. And then she's like,
you're
okay,
not gonna take it from me.
yeah, but then she went over with this thing that I ordered it in and just filled the rest up with frozen pina colada on top of a double whiskey. And I was like, all right,
okay,
all right.
And then he's sitting there with his girlfriend and his new toy lightsaber, like, oh, I gave you a double whiskey, but I'll only charge you for one. And Bones like, it's the greatest day of my life.
It's the best.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so I don't need no Game of Thrones to have a grand old medieval time.
That's where
medieval times.
That's what Bones sips from the tears of all of his haters in Destiny from. It's just from that challenge.
Goes here.
You have to get a label for that now. Just salty tears and just put it on.
That's a good
there.
idea. Yeah. No, I'll like put a little
branding. I got you, fam. I got you.
Nice.
Good.
Tune in next week to check out my salty tears chalice.
How was the beta for you, Bones?
Oh, I just made some crafts.
Fruitful.
Refreshing Destiny community salt. Yo! What's going on, guys? We are the Planet Destiny podcast. We do talk about Destiny occasionally, you know, in between Game of Thrones and medieval times, which I'm a little salty about. I want to go to there. But yo, why don't we go ahead and introduce ourselves? We've got our usual roundtable of hosts. We've got Story Machine, which, am I pointing? There, you're underneath me.
Down.
There you
At
go.
the bottom, mate. Pylon, me.
We've got the beautiful Knight Bones. I think he's next to me.
Yeah.
That is his actual name.
Yeah.
We've got Mr. Fallout, Diagonal. Fallout Plays. How's it going, buddy? You ready for that Dawn Blade? You ready?
You know it. You fucking know it.
I know. And then a much more respectable looking Mega Magwitch. Sans pink beard. Where did it go?
Like it.
And I don't like it. No pink
He's
beard.
wearing
at
a
all.
shirt with a collar on it.
Look, okay.
Where's my comic book stuff, man?
I have no clean clothes at all. All right, this is not a professional man. This is a desperate man clinging to the last scraps before laundry day. All right, and the beard. It was growing in, the roots were growing in too much, and I was looking at it, I was like...
I'm tired of all these excuses. You could have fashioned a whimsical costume out of nothing much in particular.
Yeah. Come on.
You want me
Live
to
up
take
to
the
your
shirt off?
name, yeah.
Do you want to get us banned? I'll do it, all right? I'll just pop this shirt off, I think. No, but the beard, the roots were growing in, and I said, I either have to dye this again, or I have to fucking shave it, and I'm not dyeing it again, so no choice. So now I just have, like, edges of my hair that's pink, and people look at me kind of twice when I walk by, like, wait, what?
Just start wearing lipstick and everyone will ignore that.
It kind of grows in a little like red here for some reason on mine. So same for you. You just have like weird little patches of pink.
Exactly. Yes, that's how mine goes.
I'm glad I'm not the only person with beard problems. You might remember a couple weeks ago I shaved, and part of the reason why was because half of it was growing in white. And I am not nearly old enough for that to be happening to me.
Yes. You can't see on camera, but I have so many fucking white hairs. It's crazy.
The distinguished silver, yeah.
How about you, Fallout?
Yeah, the real reason Fallout doesn't grow beard is because it looks like Santa Claus when it grows
right
in.
now.
He keeps it smooth because he look like...
There was a really cool Snapchat filter that basically put the top of your head on your chin the other week, man. That would have been pretty good for you.
Can you like hook that up on your webcam and just give yourself like a filter beard the entire episode?
I'm gonna incorporate that into my Twitch overlay from now on.
You have to keep perfectly still because it's a PNG layered over your stream.
Oh my god. I've seen weirder things in overlays. Like I said before, I've seen somebody with the racer chair as an overlay behind
PNG,
them.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
like they weren't really sitting in a racer chair, but they had an image of one that they just sat and pretended
the thing
like
is,
they
it
were.
looked so pretty real though. It was like quite believable. You had to like double take it to like see.
So desperate for the
wanted
image,
a sponsorship.
Yo, Racer, I chill for you, dog. Oh my gosh. Oh man,
Right,
this has nothing to do with Destiny.
Guys,
No, it doesn't.
again, I actually went on a little mini holiday into the countryside where there was no electricity, no internet. Well, my ISP doesn't cover that area, so I've missed all the news that's come out. So perhaps that could be.
Oh wow. Well, okay. Here we got the This Week at Bungie right up.
Yeah, man.
And top of the list, they're taking hunters completely out of Destiny 2. That was a little bit shocking, right?
Figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said it was a way to, just balance Blade Dancer some more. They're just removing hunters.
You're just taking it out.
Big meme.
Can't balance specials, remove them. Can't
Fucking
figure out what to do with Blade Dance, remove all of hunters. Titan punches too short of a distance, give them all shoulder charge distance.
Yeah.
It's been a busy week.
Didn't
That's
get
why
an
we
email.
say
I heard something about
never get
Guardians.
upset about the first builds you see. They
Never
could
do it.
change at any time. We don't know what the final game would look like. And at this point, it could look like no hunters or titans. All warlocks.
Obviously, we're just effing around, but like, there's nothing. There's no news.
What about the? No, have we gotten to talk about the new map? Did we get to talk about
stuff.
that? Yeah,
was
we got a new map.
IGN.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this reskin content? Sorry.
This Destiny
Reusing
1.5.
The first thing I thought, I played the video. I was streaming and I pulled up the video and I played it on stream of the new map, like the gameplay on it, and that was the very first thing I thought. I was like, oh, good. Somebody's gonna be like, wow, they're just reusing areas already. I'm like, oh fuck. And sure enough, I've heard that plenty of
Literally the
times.
first comment.
There was literally a big Reddit post about saying like, "Hey, I hope some of the Crucible maps return to year 1 spaces. That'd be cool." And then like it's literally like answered right there. And then you know someone is just like, "Oh, lazy. They just used this from Rise of Iron."
I think it's cool. I think it's pretty neat. It doesn't look like a map for me with all these sniper towers, but I think it looks like a
It's got a lot of lanes,
cool
man.
space. Yeah.
So, what
for
is
those who don't-
Vostok? Yeah.
Vostok. So
Yes.
for anyone who doesn't know, it was revealed as part of IGN's first series covering Destiny 2. As part of one of their PvP reveals, we're getting a new Crucible map, Vostok, that's basically taking place inside the Iron Temple on Fellwinter Peak. So think of that world space just hyper expanded. It actually looks like it's a rather large map. And there you go. You're going to be killing Guardians up there next to Lord Saladin and his wolves. And I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. It looks like it has a... They mentioned that for Destiny 2, they built maps with certain game modes in mind. And this to me looks like it's a control map. That is definitely a control map based on all the lanes. The way A and C are protected on sides, but then have back entrances. Yeah, it's. I think it looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna dig it.
Okay.
He likes it.
I like it. I like it.
I like it. Yeah, one thing I noticed about, we were talking about with people about both of these new maps, but definitely this one, is that like there seems to be more routes and little shortcuts cut in, and those don't automatically mean like huge variety or whatever. Like we're still going to be like areas where the fights happen. That's just natural. But at least it's not just like long hallways. And something I noticed about Vostok is like, yeah, there's those sniper towers, but it seems like you can get there pretty much 10 different ways. And it's not like you're just out there in no man's land looking up, waiting to get picked off. And same with Endless Vale, the new one. It looks sort of like a condensed Pantheon, but with way more little side routes and not just hallway 1, hallway 2, and then just nowhere to turn. So, you know, people really get frustrated with choke points. They just they find themselves dying there a lot only because someone can sort of stare at it with a sniper, or a grenade can land and you can't get away from it. And these maps just look like they have a ton of movement options, which is really cool. And just bunches of little places to sort of duck out and disappear. And the same thing was true with Midtown when we played it. That was pretty obvious that there was just way more places to go.
Yes. Yes, quite. I agree.
Yes,
I do.
yes.
I concur. Yes.
Yes, indeed. But we also got to learn a little bit more about how some of the PvP modes are going to play. Like, first and foremost, for Control, there's been quite a few changes to that game mode. When you start Control now, you'll no longer have to capture a home point. Points A and C will come auto-captured, so it just becomes a probable rush for B, or possibly if you want to go and flank the enemy spawn. And I think that's a pretty good quality of life change
I thought
there.
that was awesome.
I agree.
What a great change.
Yeah. So nice.
It seems like a lot of the changes for Control are meant to make the game mode go by a little bit faster, because they made it so that you cap zones faster. You no longer have to neutralize zones before you can take them. I think everybody's been in the position where you're the only person on your team actively trying to take B, and it takes forever by yourself. So I'm glad that's seeing some kind of change.
It's gonna move much quicker. The pace is gonna be really fast. I just like everything that they did with Control. I was watching that video on IGN. I was like, wow, I'm actually excited to play Control. Like, what's happening right now? You know, you auto capture the 2 main territories. It's just both teams trying to get map control right away. No wasting time. None of that. Like, okay, you hang back on A. We're gonna go have fun. See you later, buddy. Everyone is gonna try and get that map control. You're gonna push right out. No neutralizing zones, which is just like a waste of time. It's just action, action, action. If you get that kill and you get that team wipe, just push in right away. You're not gonna have to worry about like, okay, neutralize the zone and like, you know, dance in and out and ability coverage. Just go take it. Just take control.
Just fucking take it, baby.
tight. And the simplified scoring too.
Yes.
Is looking so good.
Yeah, what do they say? It's one kill for 1 point.
Yeah,
that's it.
And then if you have
depending
more
on how many
zone, yeah, you get each zone gives you another point that you get,
and a point for capping as well, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
I can't remember.
But
it's definitely easier. It's like simplified, which is just great because in the current meta, sometimes it's just like, wait, what is happening? Like plus 10.5 points for headshot. Good job.
Yeah, why did I just get 223 points? The fuck did I just do? Yeah.
Kill the guy in first place. 134 points. Good job.
Yeah. Licked a heavy ammo crate. That's what happened.
And I know there is no Rumble yet, but if something like that is implemented for a Rumble when it eventually exists, that would be great, considering you can lose in 1v1 matches with more kills now because of the scoring system in Destiny, which is just ridiculous. So I'll be hopeful that they have some more normal scoring in the next one.
The other thing about Control is that I could easily see it playing out well in competitive settings, because as we know, zone control is the norm in tourneys, and 4v4 zone control is fast, but there's still some like, there's weirdness to it. That's just my personal opinion, but this is just like, there's nothing about this game mode that screams confusing or bad scoring systems and stuff. So if people are trying to play a tournament setting where you rotate modes, I see Control working really nicely, which makes me very happy because I want to see the competitive players play all of Destiny and not just find, we can only do this mode. It's the only mode that works for us, and we're not going to do the other ones. Play all of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely a good change, I think. I think they said on average Control games last about 8 minutes now, so it's a lot closer to the Clash timeline of things, and that's good. I think that's a game mode that that needed some change to kind of push people into action, and so changing it so you don't have to cap starting points, changing it so that capping points is faster. You don't have to have multiple people standing on a point to get the benefit of the faster cap, not having to neutralize. It's just a lot of changes that, in my opinion, are going to make the game mode a bit more fun to play.
No word on whether or not humping the cap point makes it go faster, though. They did
Day
not
one
confirm.
If that is not the first video that Fallout puts out after that Control's playable, I'm gonna be so angry. Yeah,
I think you owe us Fallout. You have to make that video.
I need to know. If you don't make it, someone else will.
Tashed.
Right, yeah, this one's for you, Mike.
This one's for you, Mike. We also got some confirmations in their PvP reveal. A little bit of a class we've been speculating about for quite some time is making a return, and that would be Voidwalkers for Warlocks.
Yeah.
So we finally got an answer on that. It's coming back. Blink is coming back out of nowhere, which I will be the first to admit I wasn't expecting that.
No.
I thought they were going to be axing that ability.
In what capacity is it back though? Like, I haven't seen the video because it wouldn't load. I was going to have to climb a tree at the cuttings to try and get a signal to like.
It looks like the way Blink looks now. You can use it in the neutral game. It's not for any kind of weird roaming super. It's just Blink, and it works the way it does kind of in the current meta, which is you blink and it takes you. I think it takes you. I can't remember. Is it the whole HUD or just the radar? It takes something away.
It's
the HUD. It's the radar.
Is it the whole HUD?
It's the whole HUD for a little moment.
Okay. I feel like it's
for like a second.
HUD, but
I'm gonna go watch it right now. Keep talking.
Go watch it right now.
I know that in D2 aiming your gun gets rid of just the radar. So, but I think the blink gets rid of everything, right? Is that
probably?
It takes it away for a second when you aim in D2 now. Like it takes a second to come back your radar. So I'm saying, is it?
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine saying Nova Bomb traveled really slowly and
the Slova Bomb.
The Slova Bomb, baby.
Slova Bomb, baby.
It's big. It floats like some creepy orb in the sky and just sort of moves generally towards you like a thundercloud.
An Axion Bolt's like great grandfather that's gigantic. Like it's just a fucking massive Axion Bolt that hunts you down.
It's a spirit bomb.
It's something that just looks pretty while you're backpedaling away from it.
It looks
and I can confirm it's not the entire HUD. At least based off the IGN build, it might be different in the build we get, but it was just the radar that disappeared.
He looked it up.
I looked it up. I watched it.
So as of right now, it's the only super in the game that isn't roaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is kind of weird.
It is weird. It's very
supers
weird.
have different modes though, isn't that going to be just one of the modes?
It could be. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we don't know what the other thing is. Will tell. Yeah. I mean, technically, Sentinel has a non-roaming option as well. If you want to pop the bubble, if you want to get technical.
Well, I should say non-roaming shutdown super.
Yes, fair.
And because it's slow, I don't know if it's the kind of super that you get charged and just put it at your feet. And in the true shutdown fashion, which is immediate death. If it's, I don't know how it reacts to things. It was kind of. I do really wish they just took like 10 minutes and got one more fucking clip for a super.
Right? And
like,
just like had like 2 camera guys just follow it so I could fucking see what it did.
Seriously, like, hey, we got a couple games of Sentinel. What if we got one more Voidwalker? No, that one should be fine. I got a double kill.
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, but as someone who's done some filming in Destiny, you tell your teammates, I've got it, I'm gonna pop it, you guys run with it so we get your footage too, and then we're golden. Like we can see exactly what it does instead of getting it curving around a wall, and then I'm like, well, what the fuck did it do over there?
We have so many clips of the fucking Sentinel, Captain America-ing everywhere, and I was like, awesome, let's get some Voidwalker footage.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and I was like, well, I guess I'll go fuck myself then. That one clip, and he just kills. It's like, all right, no more. You're done.
It'd be crazy if like what we really didn't see was something super insane. Like when it does explode, it turns into a giant void warlock that punches you and just like picks you up and throws the other guardians. Like we just missed something wild.
Gives a bag or two.
Gosh. Yeah, I don't know. It's a strange thing with it just being this one-time use, and it sure looks like it's gonna go kill something. You know, it's like they threw it down a hallway and it curved enough to hit 2 guys that weren't on camera. So it sounds like it has enough tracking to be effective, and then it explodes and more little trackers go out and do damage. Those didn't look like one-shot kills, but they did, you know, like a grenade damage,
like
an Axion. But man, I keep saying that I just don't get the player fantasy of like awesome space superhero as the one that just goes and you just sort of like,
that's it.
Yeah.
Hey, there's the kill. But like, I don't know. I want some flips and dives and stuff and floating.
Like Arcstrider, yeah.
Dropping swords.
I like to think of it.
Oh, sorry.
I was just I like to feel like I'm an evil scientist who's got a doomsday device when I throw it, and I'm just waiting.
Slowly backs away.
Yes, exactly.
I think it's
like,
fair to speculate, isn't it? Like that you've got a double-edged super, like you've got with every other class. You know,
I can see that. I want to know how long it goes before it blows up on its own, or what it does. Like, does it hit a wall and explode, or what?
Will
how far does it track you?
If it doesn't find anything for a minute?
Because it'd be kind of cool if it just like didn't go away unless you fucking like shot it away or something wild like that.
Get back to me in a few days. I'll let you know.
It's just just don't go near that part of the map. There's just a fucking Nova bomb over there waiting now.
Waiting for you.
Look, it could be really good just for the I mean, like, I think the Voidwalker could be really excellent in any objective PvP mode, because right now it's going to be littered with roaming supers. That Arcstrider looks nuts, and so does the Sentinel, and we know that the Dawnblade is crazy. And having like I'm not going to say guaranteed because we haven't played it yet, but the explosion looked pretty effing big. And it's not like you're going to be trying to like nail people cross map. I mean, I guess you can try, but like if they're coming at you with the roaming super, just throw it at your feet. I'm sure you'll vaporize them. And because we have objective game types in PvP, like what is it again? Is it Countdown is the game type mode?
Countdown, yeah.
Where like you have to shut down because you know they're going to be in there. And that map we played, Bones and Mega, where like they're shutting it down, it's in that like tiny room.
Yeah.
If you see they're shutting it down, they're holding it, it's like, oh, I guess who's getting a fresh Nova bomb? They're gonna have to, they're gonna have to leave, even if they know it's moving.
Purple smoke come out of the doors, like you see both doors, like out the windows.
Oh my
the
God,
roof pops up like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon or something. And like same thing for Control. They're gonna be sitting on that thing with like a bubble or a Striker Titan wall. Just be like, all right, you better get out of that zone in 5 seconds because the Nova bomb's coming in.
Yeah, my big fear though is I'll throw it and they'll cap it and leave, and it'll just be over there, and they'll just be like, "See ya." Oh, damn it!
If it doesn't look from the perspective of the enemy with that Nova bomb coming towards them, if it just doesn't look like a giant purple titty, I'm cancelling my pre-order.
There it is.
Purple titty.
Well,
we have to see if the Nova Bomb is gonna damage you, like it does in D1. Because if it doesn't damage you, I'm gonna get off. All right, just saying it right.
He's done. He's done.
Drop it on your feet. Hold it.
Yeah. Speaking of builds, we mentioned builds earlier on. One day when I did get a slice of internet connection off my phone, I did see some confusion on builds in the IGN videos and stuff, and that was causing some unrest or confusion on things like because the build looked different than the one that was at E3 and at the reveal. Like Titans looked a little faster, and the fact that Blink was in it, but people thought that it was confirmed that Blink wasn't. So some people thought there was like a rumor that it was an older build of D2.
I think Datto said something about that.
Right.
Yeah, and people were just like, "The fuck? Why would they do that?"
But I saw. Well, I mean, if it's older stuff, then yeah, of course, because obviously I think IGN's promos and previews and stuff would have been arranged in advance. You know, it's not something that they decided that I know what we'll do this week. You know, we'll do it.
I believe Fran clarified that they captured on the June 26th. Right. So that's a full month and a few days after the reveal event and after E3. But like, yeah, I think it got. I feel like it got more confusing as they tried to clarify as well, and everyone's like, "I don't even know what we're talking about."
So can someone from Bungie just tell us if this is the current fucking build? That's all we need to know, right? But no.
Yeah. So more to find out in a couple days here, but
yeah, I know, right? We'll see.
I'm just gonna trust that like it's gonna look more like that than it will, and I also think like watching it was like, yeah, there's a little difference in the Titan movement. Also, I know the guy playing the Titan, and he's also been playing this build for, months? So maybe he's just, like, figured out the little nuance of moving, and that, like, when we all went, it was like, oh, this feels so slow, because we all just played Destiny the day before, and it might just be a little different to watch it, because we really didn't get any strong footage of Titans from E3, not that I saw. There was some story mission stuff, which was Warlock, and then there was like a minute and a half of Arc Strider. So there was no Titan skating, jumping around and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's a lot of perception so far, and I imagine it's probably not some ancient build that still included skating, and then they decided to take skating out.
Yeah,
I'm virtually positive. I'll never say positive, I guess, that it is pretty recent, a much more recent build than what we played. I'll say that. Yeah.
Definitely, maybe.
Yes,
definitely something. It's definitely something.
Not at all,
as I like to say.
I just thought there might have been some new news on that, so that's something worth.
Yeah,
I imagine if we were to ask, the answer is play it and figure it out.
Right? Yeah.
We'll play it. Play tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah, you will.
Oh, Jesus.
The current thing on my mind is that like I've been really riding the hype train for Sentinel. It's like, yes, Sentinel. Like we've seen so much footage of him flying around, slapping people, and he pulls off that sun charge right into them, where like he bashes them, and then he gets a little cauterize style health comes back. I was like, okay, this is freaking amazing. But then I saw a GIF on Twitter like 2 or 3 days ago of like it was like a 1v1 pole dancer versus Sentinel. And they're coming at each other. I was like, oh my God, yes. And the pole dancer ruined him. It destroyed him. Like it twirled.
It broke his ankles first and then cut him in half.
It was like something out of an N1 video. And everyone's inside like, oh. He twirled over. And then
if you see all the other Guardians do emotes in the background where they all just go. Yeah, Arc Strider is looking nasty. At the end of that clip, too, the GIF is posted on XXX Twitter if you want to find it quick. But at the end, you can actually see the Arc Strider does a few more flips and then does a throw, sort of like an underhanded forward throw, and sends out a little arc wave of energy. And it's not the wave along the ground, but it's sort of the shape of the, it follows the trajectory of the pole. And it looks like it takes up like a little burst of super, and I think it was Grant McKay responded and said that yes, there's certain moves that it gets where it can actually use up a little bit more super. So it was kind of a nice little extended range thing, so you don't just get caught short stopping like you do sometimes with Blade Dance. There's a lot of nasty stuff with this Arc Strider.
I'm actually not worried about stopping short the way the Blade Dancer does. You know what I mean? Because he's like the Blade Dancer D1 flailing around with those little butter knives, and like the Pole Dancer in D2. Every time I've seen him get a kill, he just swings the pole, and then some dude across the room is like, and like dies and explodes. I'm like, how much range does that fucking pole have?
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh god, it looks so good. I'm freaking out right now. I can't.
I'm just watching this GIF over and over again. Honestly,
I've had it playing since we started.
Yeah. So the shield hit, it looks like takes away 2/3 of his health when he first fights the Titan. Then he just annihilates him. Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, Link put it in the in the Twitch chat.
Oh well, look, Link's a better man than me. I'm just like, this is mine. I will watch this.
No one can see this on this
breaks his ankles so hard. I love that he's
Mega, you bring up a point though about the health that the Sentinel takes off of the Blade Dance. So from just real observational stuff, basically we've gathered that supers don't automatically kill another super. Yeah. So you're going to have a bit of a battle. It's not just that immediately like, oh, sorry, I used mine first, or, immediate counter to is your super. So we do know that gunslingers get bonus damage with precision hits, so that a precision hit with a gunslinger's golden gun will probably just kill a super, but that means hitting like how big is this hitbox? What is a precision shot with?
How are you gonna hit
gun?
a headshot on a fucking like pole dancer? Yeah, just running around.
You know what, Mega? That's why you get 6 shots, buddy.
But that
stand still, fucker.
Yeah,
fanfire, baby.
That one will require like multiple hits with the Goldie, and then the other attunement tree or whatever has a precision damage with 3. So it's like be confident with your shots or use the one with 6. And I remember thinking that 6 shot cooldown was insanely, or the timer was insanely fast. It was like use them immediately. Yeah. So that sort of makes a little more sense in PvP, where it's like that's a counter for a big powerful thing that's flying at your face and you need to mow him down. It's not to get your big team wipe play like I thought.
You know what I was thinking, Bonesy? I'll tell you what I was thinking. Well, we've been talking about it's like 6 shots. That's a lot of golden gun shots, isn't it? Like everyone's been talking about that reveal, but now that we know, because the Sentinel, it's been revealed, has 2 different ways to use the super. If you want, you can pop the shield, roam around looking for trouble, knock people out, or you can hold it down and then you lock down with the good old-fashioned bubble. Now, in the current D1 meta, especially in Trials, if it's like a golden gun versus a bubble Titan, it's like, okay, they're going to pop with 2, and then they have 1. So the good news is it's not a guaranteed team wipe. You can use the bubble to at least burn 2 of their shots. Maybe they'll miss the 3rd, or you can team shot them or whatever. But with this, I mean, it depends on the game type and the mode and what's going on, but if you have 6, you're not even going to think twice about melting that Titan bubble. You're just like, I mean, depending on how many shots it takes to kill the bubble. You're going to be like, F it. I will gladly waste that bubble, and then I'll waste you in it.
It'd be pretty nasty if people camp out in a bubble together and you just pop it and you've got like 3 or 4 left.
Suck it.
Oh my
and they're all
God.
standing there hugging each other like, whoops.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I want this so bad. I'm so excited right now. Even just the way that you phrase it, like supers are going to be like a battle, just like watching 2 supers fight, it's got me excited to not just have like, well, I hope I don't get unlucky and fucking my blade just misses and then he annihilates me. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, well, dude, watching the tournament a couple weeks ago at Guardian Con, when you hear someone pop that super and you're like, yes, what's going to happen? Like, now it means literally like Clash of the Titans. Like, it's not just this who uses it first and who lands their 1 shot before they get, cut down or something like that. It's going to be these like boom, boom, like big extended battles. Hopefully,
I'm literally picturing Dragon Ball Z if like 2 Sentinels fight each other and they just slam their shields into each other like they're slamming in the air.
I'm gonna be honest. I was thinking medieval times where they just like are sparring, and this dude hits a mace and hits the guy with the shield, and he kind of like intentionally rolls, but it also sounds like it just got hit by like 100 pounds of force, just like ping, and then does a flip to the side and throws his shield in the air. I hope that happens.
Oh man, Whew. Anybody else's nips hard?
These babies can cut glass.
Oh my god.
It's less than, how many hours is that? Is it 24, 32, whatever?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Depending on when it goes up, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know. I don't know what subclass to play first.
I'm going
really don't.
I'm going Arc Strider. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Voidwalker.
Voidwalker.
Dancing, baby.
Yeah.
I know that
I just gotta figure it out.
Sentinel I've been saying Sentinel since day one. I can't backtrack now. I've been saying it since they showed it. I want to be Captain America, and I know I'm gonna play all fucking 6 that I can anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Cause like I came back from the D2 reveal, I was like, Dawnblade. And someone was like, but yeah, what if no, Dawnblade. Like just shut up.
You don't understand.
You don't understand. But now like we've been watching all this
seen what I've seen.
And the Sentinel Titan just looks crazy fun with like, the bubble, you throwing the shield around. I was like, okay, Sentinel maybe first. And then I saw Triple Rec tweet out the gif of the Arc Strider totally juke out the Sentinel. I was like, people, God damn it. You just have to figure something out. I'm just going
to have to play
Fallout's like a child who just learned the rules of rock, paper, scissors and keeps being like, okay, so rock wins, so I'll choose rock. And then they throw paper.
Beats paper.
What do you mean paper beats rock?
Yeah, fine. I'm paper. Nothing beats paper.
Yes, sir.
Well, here's what I did for the alpha and the beta. I played, I believe, Hunter for the alpha and Titan for the beta, and then I mained a Warlock when I started. So I really tried to play what I wouldn't, what I knew I wouldn't invest in heavily when the game finally came out. So my goal with Voidwalker is kind of to get a sense of it and get a feel for all the other classes, because I'm like, I'm not gonna play Gunslinger for a minute once the game comes out. Not that I have anything against Gunslinger, it's just definitely not what I'm gonna pick first. So I want to play with all the stuff that I'm not going to use that much, and then when the game comes out, I'll probably be Dawnblade or Arc Strider for a month at least before we start leveling up other classes and things like that. That's just me.
I like it. It's a smart strategy. I think you can save the real supper, for when the game launches. You want an app. Yeah, you're just getting yourself a little Nova Bomb appetizer.
Yeah. I also really want to see what the other tree is, because maybe it'll be cool.
Mm-hmm. We only get to use the top trees during the beta, right? Is that right? Someone say that?
Probably.
Okay.
One.
I was under the impression that it was only Dawnblade, Arc Strider, and Sentinel that were available in the beta. Is that wrong? Then we get more stuff.
Yeah, they did clarify in the TWAB that we will be able to use the 3 remastered OG classes and the new ones, which is really good, because I was not okay with waiting that long to even see what Voidwalker can do. So.
Seriously.
Good. I need to test it out.
Something else I saw in the gameplay footage that I don't know if we had actually seen yet was the Striker Titan using shoulder charge outside of like a Striker Super, because the only tree we could play at the reveal didn't have the shoulder charge in it as the melee, and we saw him do a shoulder charge and it doesn't one-shot people anymore. Shoulder charge doesn't. So, that was interesting.
Charge time seems a little faster just to kind of make up for that, but it was really hard to judge. Yeah. You need a shoulder charge and a fully charged melee to finish right after if you just want a clean kill. So
borderline putting that into the category of, okay, that's cool, but why would I use it now? And it's right in there sitting next to the fusion grenade, which I'm like, oh, the sticky doesn't kill? Okay, well.
Right. Well, now the only thing I could say for it is maybe it'll still be good for like faster movement on a Titan. Maybe it'd still be helpful for that purpose.
The change of direction with a shoulder charge is way more lucrative than actually getting straight up kills. A lot of the times it's like having a Twilight Garrison in some situations where you can just turn on a dime or escape around a corner by getting that charge off. So I could still see it being used for guys like Ninja or Gabe or something like that, because they gotta go fast, and Titans
and it
Titans
could
are
actually
slower too. It could help.
It could set something up for exotic armor later in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, if you put on these boots, now your shoulder charge does like double damage, which may be enough to like I don't know.
Yeah.
To one hit kill, maybe? I don't know. I have no clue. But
yeah, I think it's just very, very clear that they've stated it openly pretty much, but restricting the amount of one kill options to just your super or your power ammo, because those are the big things, and having a wide variety of other one-shot things is going to really throw off a game that has a longer time to kill. Yeah. And it's like, why am I going to use a sidearm? Why am I going to use this SMG? I will kill the thing that, that uses it instantly. So
I think that was what limited their options and diversity quite a lot for Destiny 1, really, wasn't it? There was a huge variety of one-hit kills. And I think that just as a balance and a development perspective, that must create utter chaos, in so many levels. So
that's a word for it.
I think that although it seems like initially you think, bummer, that doesn't one hit. What's the point? That's the initial reaction. I don't know whether that's because of what we're used to in Destiny 1 or whether, we want things to be powerful, just like straight off the bat. But like thinking of it from an actual gameplay perspective, that could well be a very wise move indeed.
I agree. I think one hit kill things are fun at a visceral level, like deep down in you, like fuck yeah, I just annihilated him. But multiple like hit things, more nuanced ways of killing will be more fun in the long run for the game. I think.
Yeah. I remember like
be a lot of things we're gonna have to.
I think that like
Destiny 1.
Yeah,
true.
There was a thing in Titanfall 1. Where, like, I loved, even though the weapons were, like, really basic and you had, like, a huge robot that you could climb in and wreak havoc in and stuff, the thing that was really funny at first is that you had this one-hit kill kick that wasn't really a kick. It looked more like a toe poke. And it was funny at first. It was like, I just kicked that guy and he died. Never mind my gun that takes, like, 5 shots to kill. This one toe poke to the gooch killed that person in 0.1 seconds. At first it was funny, but after a while it just got really annoying. And the same thing happened in Crysis 3 as well. You had like a lot of counter tactical maneuvers, and then you could pick up a drain pipe off the map, rip it off the wall and go around on a killing spree with this drain pipe. It just looked really and it was a one-hit kill through walls as well. So like
Right.
So I think
most powerful drain pipe.
Yeah.
It clipped. But yeah, like I think initially when you hear these things, it makes you think, oh no, I'm not going to use that. But like, just wait, hold on. I think that's definitely going to add a lot more dimension. As you said, like sidearms, SMGs, all the stuff that might not get used so often could be used more often because of that.
Yeah.
Now, speaking. I'll let Fallout go.
You.
All right, baby. All right.
When do you talk?
I was gonna say, speaking of things that might not get used as much, I was just curious what you more expert guys thought the advantage of Fist of Havoc is over Sentinel right now, because they're both roaming, but Sentinel looks way cooler and has more options. So I'm just
a ranged attack.
It has a ranged attack, and you can wreck shit up close, and you can drop a bubble.
And you can block with it.
And
it could be the strength. It could be the strength, and also it's reactive. So like if you're just like in the D2 reveal, I was playing the Strikers because we all wanted to play as much as we could, and you're running around Striker Titan, and then all of a sudden you turn around the corner and there's 2 dudes just camping in a corner. You're like, you're just like fist, boom, done. It's still a fist of panic. It's true. You know what I mean? And you can pull it off. And the good news is actually once you pull it off and you panic, you can still roam around looking for trouble. Now if you were in that same situation as the Sentinel Titan, you run around the corner, 2 guys are like, you can still put up a fight, you could clang out the shield and try and bash them up, but they could have power weapons. They could put you down pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
They could be doing whatever to you. You know what I mean? But
so the initial moment is really the
could be.
Yeah.
And we also don't know the strength. I mean, Fist of Havoc has always traditionally been a very powerful super. I mean, supers are usually in D1 pretty goddamn powerful.
Yeah.
Fist of Havoc, like more so, I would say. Than,
you can survive a lot while you bring it down.
Yes.
Like 3 people shooting into you, you can still survive it a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I'd imagine, just like we saw with that GIF of the Arc Strider, it might not be when you're in your super charged up as a striker. It might not be a one shot with the Sentinel. They might have to hit you twice, and before that second hit goes off, just give them the Donkey Kong.
Whammy wham. Yeah, I got you.
Because if you see an Arc Strider twirling gracefully towards you, if you're the Sentinel, you have to chime it because like you have to do the clang up activation, which takes a second or something like that. And then it looks like from the GIF we saw from Triple, you have to like time it just right and get it perfect. But maybe with the striker, you see him coming at you, you're like, okay, shoot. He gets him within 5 feet of you. Boom.
Bitch.
And he's done.
Yeah.
You don't even aim it. Just, shut it down.
Yeah. That is really a great characterization for the classes, that it's like this one dancing towards you like a ballerina,
I love it.
and then the other one just punches the ground, and it's like, get the fuck out of here. Done with you.
Stop that.
All right, I've just seen other people express the concern, so I figured I'd ask.
No, I understand.
Ask you to, give me your thoughts. Beautiful. What were you
Yeah,
gonna
I think
say?
there's something to say about the slam's ability to do damage behind you. And obviously the radius is a lot smaller, and you're not just going to have that insane wave in front of you. But when something does flip behind you like that, or when there's those jolts from the Sentinel, like, countering a Sunbreaker is scary if they're using Sun Charge well, because they can get behind you when you do something. So if you're in a tight space, you know that, he's going to take that leap behind me to try to juke me. So I'm just gonna slam, and it'll kill him.
Oh man!
Even if I'm not looking straight at him.
There's gonna be so many clips of me looking like an idiot, just fisting the ground like 3 times while some fucking pole dancer just elegantly jumps in and out away from it,
gracefully.
Taking your dollar bills.
Exactly. Oh fuck! I'm so excited. Oh man.
So did anybody notice that the striker in that video tossed 2 grenades?
He did throw 2 lightning grenades. He threw them back to back.
Simultaneously. Just back to back. One.
I actually didn't notice that.
God damn
I
it.
have to go back and watch again.
Yes.
And I did not see any exotic armor on that setup there.
Cool, blimey, governor.
So it must probably that perk tree, the one that gives you shoulder charge, gives you 2 nades.
Could be.
Hashtag ability spam. Thanks, Bungo. Already ruining the game.
Quadruple lightning grenades coming back again.
Yeah, but isn't there like some weird delay with those lightning grenades now? So there's no instant one bang action from
More
them.
telegraphed,
They've got that similar to Trip Mine charge up. Yeah, they hit.
Which, you know what? They needed that.
They did.
Thank you.
Because right now in the current meta, it's like, oh, you're playing a Striker Titan? You have to be a lunatic. You have to be out of here. You have to be playing some kind of weird, freaky strategy. Like, oh, wouldn't it be hilarious if like we flashbang them and like shot Telesto into the room just to piss them off? Like, if you're playing for real, like
you're gonna use too much.
Cammy Takes is doing that right now.
You're gonna use the lightning nade because why wouldn't you? It's amazing.
It is.
So, the little charge up on the new lightning nade, I think it's very warranted.
I'll probably kill myself with lightning nades less if I have a second to react to the fact that I hit a box in front of me instead of the fucking spot I was aiming.
It's a lot more telegraphed now.
Yeah,
but you're not gonna not kill yourself at all.
No,
less frequently.
just less. There'll be occasionally times where I'm like, fuck, I missed and I can run, as opposed to just boom and I'm dead. All right, good job, me. I nailed it. I know myself. I know I'm still gonna do it a lot. It's fine. Oh man,
that's okay, Mega.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
thank you, Bones. I have Bones send me a text message every day that just says, "That's okay, Mega," just to make me think about myself.
No context.
Just that I'm feeling down. I look at my phone. Oh, new message from Bones. That's okay, Meg. Thanks, Bones.
A little bit of emotional support every single day.
Oh goodness. Is there anything else from the footage that we need to talk about?
That's all I got for you.
You're gonna get
shotguns
tomorrow.
have crit damage.
Well, my tomorrow. My tomorrow's Tuesday.
Get it, Story.
You know what that means?
Future.
Story just has more awake time than us before he gets to play. He has to be consciously waiting for it more than we do. So
we don't even know what time it goes live. I'm reckoning. I think
we do.
We do. Okay.
Yes.
TBL knows.
10 a.m. Pacific. So yeah, the usual time.
All right.
1 p.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Pacific. I have no idea what time that is for you, but whenever
right when I
Iron
start work.
Yeah, Iron Banner time.
Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock at night.
Don't worry, Bones. I'll text you. That's okay, Bones. Right when it goes live.
That's okay,
Don't worry.
Please, at literally 10 a.m. I will be clocking in to work and have 8 hours in front of me, and I'll just be like looking at clips on Twitter, just like.
I think I would break my phone or just go crazy if I were you. Like, just Bones has been in the bathroom for 6 hours, guys. Is he okay? It's just like looking at clips the whole time.
Yeah.
Bones comes into work with like this gigantic fucking backpack, and you can see like the shape of like a tiny monitor, like squeeze, like he's got this giant camping.
It's like,
hey guys,
what you got there, champ?
And
Don't
a
worry.
briefcase, but it's just my tower. Yeah.
I did that in high school to play Halo 3 ODST during school hours, the day that it came out. I had a music class where we got to go into practice rooms, and so we snuck in an Xbox and we stole one of like the school TVs and went into the practice room and played Halo 3.
School.
Nice. We did get caught. We did get in trouble, so don't do it, kids. Don't recommend it.
It did not work.
Yeah, you know.
Keep the switch at home.
Well done.
Exactly.
Okay, I got a question here for our own Right Honourable Battle Jitney 21. What's your go-to adult beverage?
Oh.
I feel like we answered this previously.
2 shots of whiskey and then just pour some frozen pina colada on top. That's my new
The
jam.
bartender knew Bones'
Stir it
drink.
with one of the rhythm sticks, the disco lightsaber, and he's a happy
There
man.
you go.
You go anywhere in LA, you say, "Give me the bones." All right, that's what you get. People.
and they know right away to give it to you. They stir it with that gigantic.
I love it. God damn it. I'm a Jack and Coke or a rum and Coke man, personally.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yes. I was just having some Jack and Cokes while watching Game of Thrones before this podcast, so.
I think I'll have some later tonight.
It's hard to pick. Also good. I like
That's
old
one.
fashions.
Cold milk.
Cold milk.
A nice cold milk and a couple of
I like a
freshly
nice
baked cookies.
glass of warm milk with
Mega
I mean,
omega
that really
tucking
is.
me into bed at night.
That's an old man's beverage, drinking fucking
Read
glass
you
of
some
warm
grimoire
milk before
cards.
bed. I feel like. I love that Fallout. You went for the old fashioned right as I was thinking about making an old person joke, and you've had old in the name.
I've always wanted to try an old fashioned, man. I've never had one in my life.
They're so
Oh, it's good.
They look,
it's
they do
good,
look
baby.
good, and they sound good. The ingredients and everything, it sounds good. Someone
Just make one.
forced me to have a cosmopolitan on a ferry on a ship once, and I was like, "What? I don't want to drink this." And I drank it. I was like, "I'll have another one. I'll have another one, and another one,
And another one.
and another one." And I love it. The tequilas, a good tequila with the crusty salt around the glass. I like that kind of stuff as well.
A little bit of a margarita
Drink
there.
of choice is always going to be a good smoky single malt or a small batch or single barrel bourbon. Always.
Just Story out in the wilderness with his his manly drinks.
Yeah.
Climbing trees to get some YouTube.
This guy.
Just to read my email,
Story, we get it. You have a cool accent. You're cooler than all of us. Please stop. Leave some cool for the rest of us.
Cooler?
All right?
No.
You're cooler,
Real
baby.
cheese.
Yeah. Everything just sounds like sexier and
What's
smoother.
cool about climbing a fucking
no,
tree
no, no, no,
to get
no, the
internet?
drinks. Well, that is cool, first of all.
That is
The
pretty
climbing
cool.
a tree, being out in the wild, living. You think any of us could go a day without our phones? Come on.
Oh, it's nice. It's kind of nice. Even
I
though
bet.
I did rearrange my entire theme for my Android phone and changed all the icons on it and everything. That was one of my days on my holiday spent doing that. That was quite good.
Did you get that Nova launcher?
Yes, Nova Launcher.
Yeah.
There was another one that I tried as well.
Look how
Nova
pretty
Launcher.
this is.
The fuck?
Oh man, let me show you this.
Kind of hot.
I should really tweet this out.
I didn't realize we had
I
switched
got all
to
these
being
retro like
chills for
icons and
phones.
stuff like that, man. They're like
Dude,
old
I
school
could talk
things.
about like icon packs for an entire podcast.
Retro Rika, check that out,
Welcome,
man. They're
ladies and
so
gentlemen, to
good.
the first episode of the Icon Podcast.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
you talk about
By Bones.
fucking. Oh, come on, we can talk about icons, me and Bones.
That's
Icon
fair.
boy.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, it was nice. It was really therapeutic. It's like, oh my god, I can change individual icons. It reminded me of there was a day that I figured out there was like this program you could get from Apple OS X that could change everything. You could customize everything, and that was it. I ended up having a computer that looked like HAL 9000. It was awesome, man.
It's just nice to finally have control over something in my life.
Yes. Yes. As small as it is. But yeah, it is nice being detached away from internet and things like that, especially at a time that you when you really need it, you know. And I was with good friends and stuff, and unfortunately there was only one sunny day, and my friend got really sick. Like, she's a nurse, and she'd contracted some kind of freak strep throat virus. She had to rush her to the local health station. Then they were like, "Oh my god, that's serious. We need to go to a hospital." So we had to drive another hour out into civilization. Jeez. And then we were there for like 5-6 hours while she had biopsies and all kinds of stuff like that. And she still doesn't know exactly what it is, but it was some awful virus that basically. And I've been pumping myself with Vit C on the exercise bike, making sure I don't get it because it's beta day tomorrow, you know. So
not this week.
Not this week. I'm not getting sick. No. You can actually take a surprising amount of vitamin C, you know.
It's like the one
the human
thing you
body
can't,
can handle a surprising amount of vitamin C.
You can't OD on it.
Literally, it's like the one substance you can't die from.
Yeah.
There you go, kids.
You just have diarrhea for days.
Poop it out and you let it all out. Yeah.
Health tips from the Planet Destiny podcast.
Vitamin
Don't
C.
trust
Take
us
as
that
much as you
much.
can.
This is where people come for their health tips. This is a group that looks like physical specimens. You know, clearly we are experts.
Yep. OD on vitamin C, climb a tree with your phone and paint your nipples blue. There you go. That's a life tip for everybody.
Checks out.
So we're doing questions.
Checks
Are there any
out to
other
me.
questions?
Nope, that was it.
That
was the
what
one.
about drinks?
All right.
Done.
Oh, well.
What time are you guys going live? Now it's changed. This is actually a really good question. The live time is now going to permanently change. It's half an hour later, basically. I don't want to mess this up. This is 7 p.m. The normal times are 7 p.m. PST and 10 p.m. EST. But now it is half an hour later across the board.
Yeah.
Forever. Or until...
Because I have to watch Game of Thrones, or I won't be here for the whole.
We're a transparent podcast. It's Game of Thrones.
Our lovely listeners as well, and here on Twitch are just like,
it is friendly,
guys, I like you, but Game of Thrones just started, so
exactly. If I were a viewer of this podcast, I would not be tuning in if Game of Thrones was on. Yeah. Obviously, since I'm on it and I can't even be bothered to show up if Game of Thrones is on, so.
In a 1v1, we lose.
Yes.
We lose bad.
I love you guys. If it were you guys or Game of Thrones forever, then I would choose you guys, because Game of Thrones only has like one more season left, so that's a stupid choice. I mean,
you can just watch it later.
Yeah, it's fine.
What would happen if you ever were on Game of Thrones? There's a paradox.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't think they'd allow me. I'm not British. You could get on, right? You got that sassy accent.
No, you need more beard. I think the beard would have to come back. Dye it black, perhaps.
Man.
Put some blood in it and hang an axe from it or something. I think that was it. I'm gonna know this.
We've got a ton of questions over on Twitter.
Well, yeah, I'm just checking them now.
Mostly joking when I said we had none.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Why don't we attempt to do some kind of lightning round?
All right, cool. This one comes from Misfit_5H4M0. He says, is PvE too easy? Apart from the rage, you only fail a mission if you die. No objectives, no urgency.
They said it was going to be harder.
They said it was going to be harder. We have no idea what that means, but they said it was going to be harder. Maybe it's going to be
Next question.
Boom. We're knocking them out, man. We're knocking them out. Let's go.
Lightning. Next question.
Ballin' on Welfare says, y'all like bacon?
Yeah, duh.
Yes.
Who doesn't
Next
like
question.
bacon?
What kind of question is that? Balling on welfare? What do you
It's
mean?
It's a little bit overused, but I love it. That's all I can say.
Actually, 70% bacon. Odini at FPS Odini says, do you think Queen's Wrath will return?
No.
No.
Next question.
No,
Probably.
this is honestly no.
I
wanted to return.
I didn't like the armor. No,
It'd be pretty weird if they didn't do it in all of Destiny 1 all this time, and then the queen's like dead for this, and then they're just like Queen's Wrath.
If they change the armor and the whole theme to look like bacon, yes, I'll vote for that.
There it is.
When they said that they needed to take that event and put it back in the oven, they meant to burn it to a crisp until it was nothing but dust.
Yeah, I like it. It's carbon. Turn to carbon.
Okay, lightning.
That's it.
This one comes from Matt Grundy 89. Would you rather put up with a bad story for good mechanics or put up with bad mechanics for a good story?
Good
Better
mechanics.
mechanics, a better playing game is always higher on the tier than bad story for me.
Absolutely.
Notice that we all play Destiny.
Yeah, I don't play video games for a story. If I want a great story, I can watch a movie or read a book or watch a TV show. Video games have one unique thing to offer, and that's their mechanics. So I choose video games mechanics. Yes.
Done. Next question.
Tony Stone, do you think current exotics or legendaries from Destiny 1 will eventually make it across to Destiny 2? Not all, but some.
Yeah, they'll do that just for nostalgia and shit like that, of course.
I'm making the noise of the gun that needs to eventually come back in my hand.
I think the only noise I want to hear from you is black, 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 black.
That's right. That's right. All right, so Phil Corvelli, I hope I said your name right, says, do you think we'll see trading implemented on any level? No.
Nope.
I don't think so.
That's a tougher one, but yeah, with my gut, I say no.
Oh. Do you think, Josh Bywater says, do you think that assuming Hammer of Soul returns, that the Titan Supers are all too similar?
I mean, I did
Striker
kind
definitely took some steps towards that, like, roaming charging thing. And Sentinel is definitely like the spiritual Sunbreaker.
They would be pretty similar in this. I mean, if you think about it, Sentinel charges and throws a projectile right now, which is what a hammer has to offer. So that'd be very, very similar unless they drastically changed it.
Well, if you think about it logically, it's a Titan that's throwing them all, so they're all exactly the same, really.
Yeah. I like to think now Hammer's going to be a shutdown, and he just takes a gigantic fucking hammer out of nowhere, just slams it not right on him, but it like does it at like a set distance in front of him. It's like a cartoon mallet. Just comes out.
That's a big old mallet.
That's what I want to happen.
I want to see a poke in the eye. Like,
how about a little
15 pokes in the eye and they just evaporate.
A toe poke, just a little toe poke into the ass. How about that? How does that sound?
A little kick. He puts on a big pointy shoe, a really pointy shoe, like a knight in armor. Pointy shoe, and kicks right in the gooch. That's it. You're dead.
I'd love a stupid big swinging kick move where it's not like a knee. It's not action packed at all. It's just a big like, and you just like boot people, and they kind of go like flying back, and then
like Battletoads, right?
Yes.
The boot gets huge and you just boot somebody across the screen.
Destiny 2 Battletoads confirmed.
Oh,
there you go. That's the new class.
I'm ready.
Do we have any more? We're doing pretty good with the lightning.
We are. We really are crushing it.
Real Bumblefuss says, thoughts on Arcstrider's seeming lack of health regen.
Hey Bumble, by the way, and you know what? It's okay that I feel like it's going to be probably fine, just because of how we just watched a Sentinel only take down half the damage. The Arcstrider and the Blade Dancer are always about kind of evasive, and you gotta know how to escape. If you just hold the buttons and forward, you're dead. Doesn't matter. So I feel better about that, knowing that supers don't just immediately die to one blow from another one.
Agreed.
Done. Next question.
I think I couldn't find any more.
This is from Above Lobbies. Do you think locked loadouts will be a thing in hard raids? No. I don't think so.
No.
Well,
we don't know enough about that yet.
I'm hoping that the raid
idea.
mechanics would be so complex that a one particular loadout couldn't manage it. You'd need to switch Shrew.
But there'll be no best loadout.
Yes.
No more situations like the Fatebringer Blackhammer Yaller Horn situation from year one. I don't know. Maybe they could do that as a challenge mode, but I don't really see them doing that. Having locked loadouts in raids. That would be weird.
Yeah. That would make, I mean, maybe if you really had to like work with your, like you have to use, that'd be weird though to have a team where like you two have to use these guns, you two have to use these, like that would fucking suck.
Now, I think that fundamentally goes against like the philosophy that Bungie has put forward when it comes to Destiny and content like that. I think for the locked loadouts thing, it's going to be something like, I don't know, the Lost Sectors maybe, something like that.
I can see that.
I don't know.
I can see it. We'll see. I'm not sure, but I agree that it probably isn't. Yeah.
I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I don't.
I don't know if I like it yet.
I'm not gonna like it.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. I'm not gonna like it.
I'm not gonna like it. I'm not even gonna play it.
I resolve to not like it.
Not playing. That's probably time then, gentlemen and ladies of the.
How many points did we get on the lightning round? Who was keeping score? How do we do?
We all won. We all
win. Well, tell us what they've won, TBL.
Oh, well, you have won if you're on PlayStation 4. Early access to the Destiny 2 beta starting on July 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks for playing, Mega.
Thank you for choosing the exact prize that I was hoping you would choose.
That's all I had.
That's this. We got this connection. This is a top tier podcast. We're 5-star men. Damn it!
I could get a prize like conveyor belt going on. You would have won this lovely pair of nail clippers. Oh, it's a shame you're not getting the deluxe teapot this year.
Ooh.
How about this chapstick that looks kind of like Elmer's glue that I use?
I haven't got my chapstick here.
How about my Lego ghost that I built today?
Hey, that looks like a fidget spinner. Also a prize.
Those are hot with the kids.
I've got a desktop vacuum cleaner in the shape of R2-D2 I've never used.
What?
That actually sounds kind of cool.
It is cool.
Yo, I want that.
My brother got it.
I want that.
But I don't want to have to empty it because it looks too much like a toy, a figure. So I don't want to empty it and fill it with stuff. Anyway, though, Link, do you want to do us a nice smooth exit, and then we'll raid someone?
If I feel like it.
Do you want to do it in your real voice?
Yeah, do it in your real voice.
Yeah, do it in your real voice.
Go back to my real voice. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, the jig is up. This is what I sound like. Thanks for tuning in so much, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 126 of the, oh my gosh, that hurts. The Planet Destiny podcast. We're just a few days away from the Destiny 2 beta. As you can tell, we're pretty excited about that. I cannot wait for it. But that's it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Before we get on out of here, we are going to let you know where you can find us across the internet and what we've got going on. Mr. Bones from Crucible Radio, where you at? What you got coming up, man?
You can check out Crucible Radio, the podcast for all things Destiny PvP. And I don't know, go follow me on Twitch. Bones_CR. Maybe I'll stream some beta and get back into it. Otherwise, I'll be talking Medieval Times on my new show, Medieval Times Radio. We're going to be covering the plot that I don't think has changed since the 80s, but we'll discuss which knight is likely to win the championship and try to figure out what the antagonist's name was because I could not hear in that arena. So, hey, Fallout, what about you?
Twitch and YouTube. Look at me. Look at me. At Fallout Plays for both of them. Follow me. God damn you. Mega, go.
Hi, I'm Mega. I'm going to start streaming on my personal Twitch now, so you can go to twitch.tv/megamagwitch. If you don't fucking follow, I will postpone this podcast for 4 hours every night for Game of Thrones and Game of Thrones related after content.
You'll do it.
Yeah, you can also just search Husky Raid and find me anywhere that way, so you know that works. Mr. Story Maforshin, what about you?
You can follow me on Twitch. Just my name's there, and it's twitch.tv/me. And we'll be playing some Destiny beta and getting back into video games again. Link, what about yourself, sir?
Hey, it's me, Mr. TBL. Look at me. Hey guys, what's up? I'm going to probably be super busy this week making tons of guide videos and news videos about the Destiny 2 beta. So make sure you're staying tuned to the Planet Destiny YouTube channel, the Twitch channel, and of course my personal YouTube. You can find me everywhere on the internet at the Black Link, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all of it at the Black Link. I am still the only one out there. I don't know how no one else has tried to take that name, but I'm glad they haven't gone for it. Make sure you're tuning in for those streams because we are going to be playing some of the Destiny 2 beta with viewers, getting in on some PvP, some strikes and whatnot, trying to glean as much information as we can from that beta. I cannot wait to get my hands on it, and I know that's the same for everybody else here. It's almost time, baby. It's almost time. But all right, that is it for episode 126 of the Planet Destiny podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will catch you guys next week.
Bye.